You are now tuned in to the DJ Big B Show.
Hey, what's up? It's Angelique Bates, and you are tuned into the DJ Big B Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, I would like to welcome you all to the 5th episode of the DJ Big B Show. I'm your host, DJ Big B. And if you grew up in the 90s, if you grew up watching Nickelodeon, if you grew up watching a show, all that, we have a legend in the building. We have Miss Angelique Bates in the building. How you doing, ma'am? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for that introduction.
I appreciate that. You're welcome. You're welcome. I like to say it's just an honor to be talking with you right now. You know, like I said, I've been a huge fan. You know, since I was little, I grew up watching all that. And I mean, it's just an honor to be speaking with you right now.
Oh, man. Thank you. I appreciate the support.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, Miss Bates, first question. You know, where are you originally from?
From the west side. No, I'm from Cali, West Coast.
West Coast.
Central, baby. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's what's up. And how was it just, you know, growing up on the West Coast?
Dangerous. Now I'm playing. Stop playing with y'all. It was great. You know, the era I came from, you know, I was an 80s baby. So, you know, the memories that I have, you know, despite whatever chaos may have been going, you know, around in LA, you know, when I look back at, you know, the history or whatever, I'm like, dang, that was going on back in the 80s.
Right.
You know, the memories that I have were of the 80s was pretty cool growing up out there, you know. Pretty much I lived a sheltered life. But, you know, I was over there, when I say South Central, like, I'm like Crenshaw, baby, you know, like, so my memories are of, you know, West Angeles and, you know, church and, you know, Baldwin Hills Mall and, you know, going to Merck Park and, you know, those are my memories. You know, I was always in a lot of conservatories. So as far as that aspect, it was fun, you know. I don't have any boys in the hood stories or anything.
Oh, wow.
You know, I don't have them kind of stories, you know. Yeah. When you say South Central, people expect you, you know, to give them some kind of, you know, horror story. But like I said, I was early 80s. So my memories of South Central were pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
I won't say pretty cool. I was, you know, take that back. Before people was like, man, what was that cool about that?
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, that's great to hear, you know. Say, there has some pretty good, you know, good memories growing up. So, Miss Bates, what inspired you to get into acting as a kid?
I'd probably say my mom. She put me in when I was 8 months old. So, you know, I didn't really have too much of a choice when it came to that. Right. You know, like I said, just growing up, I lived a pretty much sheltered life, and you know, I'm the only child. So, wow. That's why I said, you know, growing up, if there was any chaos, you know, in the streets or anything that was going around, I didn't have that access to it. You know, right. I pretty much was put in classes, acting conservatories. I just remember like martial arts, dance, singing conservatory, like anything that was entertainment based, I was doing it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and either that, going to school, and then there was a period where I ended up homeschool. So, you know, like I said, it was pretty sheltered, and like all I knew was this. And even as I started getting older, like still all I knew, like once you hit a certain age and like you've been doing this ever since you were a baby, like I said, that's all you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. And we're going to go ahead and speed up. We're going to go into when you filmed the intro for all that, you know, how was it? It seemed like it was a lot of fun when you all were, you know, doing your little, you know.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I just started remembering that period. Man, we had no idea what we were getting into when we did that. When we did that, it definitely was a lot of fun. We were the Universal Studios backdrop in Orlando. And which I'm sure every enthusiastic knows that.
Right.
That was an all-day shoot. I remember, I can speak for myself. Favorite part was the trampoline. And I remember all of us were like trying to think of like cool things to do on the trampoline without killing ourselves.
Right.
And we were looking at the boys. The boys are like, I remember Kel in particular, you know, he did his jump and did his kick, you know, and then Josh is doing his spin and throwing his hat. But the thing was, the boys did theirs after us. So a lot of us wanted to do our retakes, like, oh, we should have did that. Oh, we should have done this. Like, it was a fluke, me actually looking up. Like, when I jumped, I was like really trying to make sure I had jumped correctly. It didn't hurt myself. I just happened to look up.
Oh, wow.
And that ended up being the shot that they used, which ended up being like dope. I'm glad they used it, but it was not intentional.
Right. Oh, wow. And I just remember watching that as a kid. I was just like, oh my gosh, it was just so cool, you know, to like see that. I mean, that actually is like my favorite like intro or like anything when I was a child. I remember I used to just love just watching that intro every time it came on TV. It was just like so cool. I was just like, oh my gosh, I just wish I could. I was like, it was just like a dream. I was like, oh, that would be so cool to be in that position, doing that on, you know, on the show and just having a cool intro. I was just like, wow. That's really cool. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, that was definitely, it was memorable. Like I said, I'm glad they caught me looking up. But I will say my favorite intro was the original, was the pilot. That was the one with TLC.
Yes.
And it was a lot of people didn't realize they were even doing the intro. And then in that intro, you see quick scenes of us. But I thought that was pretty dope.
Yes. That is the truth. That was the truth, yes. And what was your most, you know, what can you tell us? What was your most memorable episode that you filmed, you know, when doing all that you remember the most, or, you know, several?
Most memorable.
Yes.
Well, I mean, most memorable, I guess I would always have to say the Mod the Brat episode.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, always. Anybody who knows me.
Right. Right.
That was a nice birthday surprise right there. And then just getting to meet Aaliyah and Usher, and you know, just getting to meet so many talented people. You know, some still here, some not.
Right.
Those are memories that are irreplaceable. You know, always cherished. You know, at the end of the day, it's just like, I met someone. Like, you can't take that away. You know, like, I met, you know what I'm saying? I met Run DMC. Like,
right. Oh, wow. That's right. You can't take that away, you know?
Yeah, you can't ever take away any of those memories from any of us. It's like, you know, we kicked doors open and didn't even realize we was kicking them open.
Right. And that's what I was just about to ask you, too. Who do you remember the most? Like, what was your most? You said the Brad, but yeah, who would you say was your most that you remember that you met the most? Like, who did you enjoy meeting the most? You know, when you you know, I know you got to meet so many people. Who would you say was your favorite moment that you met, or maybe favorite person that you met? Or like,
man, favorite person. Look, I'm sitting here trying to think about it. Well, I used to that was on the show. I used to hang with So For Real every time they would come.
Oh wow.
Yeah, me and Jason were pretty close. I would say So For Real. And then it's like, man.
Right.
TLC, Lisa, she was awesome. She was always cool to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know. It's like just like nonchalant say things. It's like, yeah, you know, Lisa come through.
Oh wow.
Aaliyah, you know.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, she was always cool.
Yes.
I'm trying to it's like you said, so many. I mean, I'll definitely say Usher, because Usher, I used to kick it in the Gap Kitchen, you know what I'm saying? So we would sneak in there, you know, and eat boogers and slime.
Oh wow.
Like I said, I have some pretty cool memories that, you know, are irreplaceable.
Right.
Not everybody can see that not everybody can say that they ate boogers and slime with Usher.
Right. That's so true.
Usher.
Oh wow. Right. And speaking of that, what was your most memorable moment at Nickelodeon Studios? 'Cause I know it's not there anymore. What was your most memorable moment at, you know, actually at Nickelodeon? Yeah, Nickelodeon Studios.
That's crazy to me. That like that is nice. Like I've seen pictures and videos and what it looks like now, and I'm like, wow. Probably the time capsule that we did, that I heard that's been relocated. I don't know where it's at, but we did a time capsule that we had put on the property.
Right.
And I think everybody that worked at Nickelodeon Studios put something in there. I can't say what's in it. You know, when they finally open it up, you know, everybody will find out. But that was, you know, something that I was like, I thought it was cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's really cool, you know, like I say, just to have been there at Nickelodeon Studios filming. And I know I went there when I was a child, but I didn't really get a chance to go in. But I got to kind of see the original, like the outside of it. But I went back a few years, and I was just like, why would they change? I mean, that was such a historical place, so many movies and shows and all that. I was just like, oh, why would they, you know, change that? Why would they? Yes.
Money. It's always money.
That's right. And I really, like, my dream would have been this, to go to an all that show, like, live. That's just what I wish. If I could have a time machine, that's what I would go back just to go back to the first season, see a actual live show, you know, an all that show at Nickelodeon Studios. That would be like a dream that I would, you know, wish could have happened, you know.
Yeah. So. Oh man, I completely feel you. That one of those live episodes, they were definitely awesome.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I bet. Yes. Oh yeah. So Miss Bates, next question. You know, what words of encouragement would you give, you know, to a child, or, you know, an adult, even an adult? What words of encouragement would you give to, you know, to them that will want to go down the same, that will want to go down the same path as you know, and to get into acting, or, you know, becoming an actress, or just, you know, what kind of words of encouragement would you give to them?
Don't. No.
He said don't.
No, seriously, no. But if you do decide that that's a path that you want to go down, just it's two different sets of advice. If, you know, if they're minors, I say definitely make sure you stay in school. I know that's cliche. Everybody says stay in school, say no to drugs. No, seriously.
Seriously, right.
In school, ain't no drugs. It will definitely screw you up in this industry. Definitely make sure you get your education, because nothing is forever in this industry. You know, a lot of people think, I don't care if you want to go on a show. You know, it does not last for long, especially if you're a minority.
Right.
So, with that being said, make sure you definitely have that under your belt. You don't always have to go to college, but at least make sure you have your diploma. Make sure you're taking those classes. Make sure you're doing, I know everybody likes Fortnite and Minecraft. Make sure you're like into the coding. You know, if those are things that you like to do, then look into NFTs, look into stocks for Roblox. You know, like, think about ways to invest. You know, there was a period where people were like, oh, kids are too young. Man, let me tell you something. These kids out here,
right.
These kids are different, okay?
Yeah.
So,
right.
They know what NFTs are. They know what Roblox is. Look for some stock, okay? Create some shirts. You know, whatever your love is, don't let anybody tell you can't do something. Like, I mean, it's kids doing more than adults that were in 4-year colleges and, and sitting here walking around with debt now. So if it's something that you want to do, just make sure you get your education, keep God first, or whatever you call him, keep him first at all times.
That's the truth,
man, because without him, you go nowhere. You definitely need his protection in a world that is very evil and an industry that's even eviler.
Yes.
And for adults.
Right.
For adults. Hey, sure, this is what you want to do? No. Once again, just keep God first.
Yes.
Or whatever you call him.
Right.
We are living in wild times, and once again, it goes for you guys too. Nothing is forever, and don't get fooled by the bling. Everything that shines is not gold. And if it looks sweet, once you bite it, it doesn't mean it's going to be sweet. It may be very sour. So don't get caught up with the girls and the guys and all the money and the jewels and all that other stuff. Let me tell you something. When you're an adult and you just now coming into the game, let's just say you weren't a child star, that fall is even harder.
Right. Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that fall is even harder because you probably had got like maybe a movie that was, shot you to the top real quick, or maybe shot you to the top, maybe got you verified or something. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the blue check go to your head. You might have had a couple seasons or a couple shows, and then the next thing you know, they don't know who you are. I've seen a lot of adults, like, it hits them harder because it's like they didn't grow up in this. You know what I'm saying? They probably were, inner city kids or whatever, or they never touched a set, and then all of a sudden they were discovered on the street. So all of a sudden you have these people in their 20s and their 30s or their 40s. Everybody loves you. You got all these women, you know what I'm saying? You got all these guys. Everybody wants to be your homies and all this other stuff. And then pull that rug out from under their feet. They don't know what to do because now they've been going to clubs. They've been partying with A-list celebrities. Some of these parties, they are pill parties or drug parties or whatever. And they get into all kinds of stuff they ain't never got into. But when you pull that money and you pull that fame because, you were getting bonuses, you were getting, people just throwing you stuff for free. And now you got to try to come out the pocket and keep up all those expenses that you created. Right. That's when you start seeing people having addictions and having to go to rehab, or they end up being homeless. Like it hits them really hard, So just man, keep focused. Don't let it go to your head.
Right. Oh wow. Well, everyone who's listening, you all make sure you take in what Miss Bates told you all. I'm definitely gonna take it in, Miss Bates. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. I appreciate those words of encouragement. You all make sure y'all appreciate those words of encouragement from Miss Bates.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't have anybody to tell me, so
Right.
I'm not saying that was me, but I've definitely seen the train wrecks. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I've seen it.
Oh wow. You all hear that? Make sure you take in what Miss Bates said. Thank you so much for those words of encouragement, Miss Bates. Well, yeah. Next question, Miss Bates, as well. Mm-hmm. I know that you do music as well, and I know, besides all that, I also saw you in that was that Tim and Eric awesome show. I saw you in that. Then I saw you in the Michael Jackson, Love Never Felt So Good video as well. So, could we see any down the line? Could we hear any new music from you, or could we see you? I know we could probably see you some projects. I don't know if you can talk about it or anything, but what could we see you from in the future?
Yeah, it's so funny you mentioned the Michael Jackson one. That was oh man, that one was like, I want to say that was probably my all-time favorite project next to all that.
Wow, what?
Yeah, I mean, it's Michael Jackson, even though it was post, but
right.
It was Michael. I just should have probably manifested that a little bit differently.
Right.
I always said I wanted to see the project, but I can't say it didn't happen.
Right.
But that was like, man, that was my favorite. But even it's so funny that you mentioned Tim and Eric. It took people years before they put the two and two together. That was the girl from all that.
What?
Yeah, they weren't even putting two and two together. But as far as the music, yeah, I have some things in the works that I'm actually been thinking about that, and at least releasing something. For a minute, I stopped because I wasn't feeling the direction of the industry. Right. And I'm one of those people, if I'm not feeling the beat, if I'm not feeling, what's going on at the time, I just won't do it. Like, you cannot get a bar out of me.
Right.
I might nod to the beat a little bit, but other than that, it's if I'm not feeling it. But now I'm getting to a stage where I'm feeling it. I know which direction I want to go in with the music. I don't want to be a part of the problem, that's happening in the industry. So, I actually just got, I always say like a couple months back, which was so crazy to me. I got a YouTube plaque
oh, wow.
for a parody that I did for, it's a Lemonade parody. Oh. And yeah, it was over 200,000 views.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it's well, I'm rapping on it, but it was a comedy. I'm actually featuring on the artist. He's an international artist. His name is Go Flicker, and I ended up being the only female on the track. And next thing you know, the views were like over 200,000 views. I was like, it's so crazy. I rap about chocolate and
oh wow.
that much, you know.
Right.
It's amazing the things that catch people's attention. But yeah, I'm gonna release some music. It's gonna be a little bit more serious. It won't be about chocolate.
Oh wow.
But I always be like, oh, you know, it's coming this, and I'm not this time. I'm not putting a date on it. It's just like I'm just gonna drop it. You know,
wow.
once it's done, then y'all gonna hear about it. But it's definitely coming. I already have, you know, what I want to do and who I want to work with, and
oh wow,
just gonna put it into motion.
Right. And I'm gonna tell you, I definitely can't wait to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
If you got some beats, go ahead and slide it away too.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, I didn't forget. Definitely.
Facts.
True. That's true. Oh yeah, no problem. Well, Miss Bates, you know, we want to thank you so much for your time. Like I say, it's been an honor. And I appreciate you so much. I enjoyed, you know, doing this interview with you. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that I didn't know about you that I know now. And we just want to thank you so much, you know, everybody who's listening and myself. Just thank you so much, you know, for your time. You know, want to wish you a happy new year. We can't wait to see, you know, your new projects, your new music, and just, you know, everything coming from you soon in 2021, you know.
I hear that. Same to you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate
out there
it.
doing it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I appreciate that. You know, trying. So
no, you're not trying. You're doing.
There we go. Not trying, doing it. That's right. Look, appreciate
y'all
that.
Me being like a motivational life coach.
I appreciate it. That's right. Oh, I need that. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Right. Well, you have
thank
a good
you
one.
for having me on the show. I had fun.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate the same here. And happy New Year. We all want to wish you a happy New Year. And this was the 5th episode of the DJ Big B Show. Thank you so much, Miss Bates.
All right, no problem.
You are now tuned in to the DJ Big B Show.
Look up in the sky, thank God that I made it. If this is a dream, then please don't wake me now. Oh no, can't save me now. Picture the scene, picture me, picture perfect. Hustling the streets, this many years finally worth it. They cut off my power, so now I'm riding with the street life. Please, Father, let me make it through the night. Every door of my life is like a rite of passage. I pull myself up, covering dirt and ashes from the wreckage. For patrolling for my kids, I'm busting doors like Armageddon. Close out, don't get there, so keep them haters off your head. Hopping in my spaceship, kick back in there, relax and take a trip. I'm doing me, providing for the family. I was left to raise single-handedly. So now I've got the crown, don't come around when chips were down. You were nowhere to be found. Look up in the sky, thank God that I made it. If this is a dream, then please don't wake me now. Oh no, can't save me now. Look up in the sky, thank God that I made it. If this is a dream, then please don't wake me now. Oh no, can't save me now. My money shows no gold digger to a soul. I don't need to spend your money when my money can't be stolen. Alisa is running this, I am the boss, I am this shit. And if you put an eye in team, the team will back that me, I run with this. My mouth is full of loaded like a semi-automatic clip. City of Angels where I lie, my foot soldiers stay on the project, cause flipping is bye-bye. But I ain't gon' trip, I'ma fly high. Got so many sky miles, I'ma always stay touching the sky. I'm talking ballin', endless trips every year. I'm talking London, black cars, Swiss again. Don't get it twisted, this the life I live. I'ma go hard in the paint, and as it multiplies, I'ma skip all the way to the bank. Look up in the sky, thank God that I made it. If this is a dream, then please don't wake me now. Oh no, can't pay me now. Look up in the sky, thank God that I made it. If this is a dream, then please don't wake me now. Oh no, can't pay me now. Look up in the sky, thank God that I made it. If this is a dream, then please don't wake me now. Oh no, can't pay me now. Can't pay me now. Can't pay me.
You are now tuned in to the DJ Big B Show.
Make sure you log on to djbigb.com.